Hello, my name is Sergio, and I'm here with the Eagle Eye, and I'm here today with,
My name is Louis Cantrell.
and I'm also here with,
Leora Winter.
and we're just going to do a podcast about how our Reinhardt experience has been this semester. So, hello, how are you guys?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Louis?
I'm good. Having a nice day.
Yeah, it just started. It's very early.
Yeah.
I woke up late this morning. But that's okay. Alright, so I guess we'll just dive straight into it. So, if you guys don't mind, just detail what classes you've been taking this semester and how you feel. How have you liked your classes? I guess we'll start with Leora.
I've liked my classes this semester. I'm taking research methods, the Eagle Eye class, audio design, organizational communication, and cinematography.
Okay. And have you liked those classes?
I've liked most of them. There were a few that I struggled a little bit with, but overall, I've been pretty happy with my classes this semester.
Which classes have you struggled with, if you don't mind disclosing?
Oh, I also took media law. I knew I was
that's
forgetting
right.
something. So media law was pretty challenging, but I enjoyed it. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. And I think the class I struggled with the most was probably either research methods or with the Eagle Eye class, because research methods, it was an 8 a.m. class, so that was hard enough anyway, but I felt like I didn't really retain any of the information. And then the Eagle Eye class, it's fun. It was just a little overwhelming with the assignments this semester.
Okay.
I had a lack of creativity in trying to figure out what I wanted to write and what I wanted to show for our newspaper.
Okay. And do you feel like you've actually learned anything in these classes, or has it just been like, not busy work, but like just giving you assignments? You feel like you've actually learned stuff in your classes?
Well, with the Eagle Eye class, I feel like it was definitely more useful because I like to write and I like to be creative, and it gave me a chance to make videos and podcasts and practice those skills. But with research methods, I don't know, I just felt like I didn't learn anything. I don't know if it was just me or what, but none of the information I learned I retained really.
Oh. And what about your other classes?
My other classes have been pretty good. Organizational communication. It talked about communication in like the workplace, so I feel like that's going to be pretty helpful. And then cinematography and audio design, that's the kind of stuff I want to do as a career, so I definitely learned a lot in those classes. Media law was really interesting, and I learned a whole lot that I didn't know.
Oh, that's good to hear. What about you, Louis? What class have you been taking this semester?
So I've only had 4 classes this semester. So obviously I had audio design, introduction to sociology, also English 102, and then also religion 105.
Okay. How have those classes been?
They've been pretty good. All things considered. Audio design has been really fun. I feel like that's like something new I've never really tried before.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a whole new experience. Sociology, I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's all over the place.
What even is sociology?
From what I can remember, it's like the study of like the human mind and psyche. It's like
Okay.
how people act.
Okay.
Like it also talks about like society, gender, race. Like it goes.
Okay.
It talks about that stuff.
Did you choose that class, or was it like a general?
I think
Studies
it was
class?
a general.
Okay.
But religion, probably no offense, but probably the most boring class I've had. It's pretty chill, but not like kind of chill where like I can just relax. It's like kind of like chill, like boring.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that like sociology and religion are the 2 classes, but I just didn't really remember anything for.
Yeah, I getcha.
But English is, finishing off, English is fine. I think English is always just fun.
Yeah.
Because we got to read some fairy tales, some really gruesome fairy tales. I think we're just finishing off reading halfway through Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, I started reading that book.
Yeah, so we're reading that, and that's like our final essay will be about like 2 of the chapters from that book.
That's cool.
What teacher is that class with?
Graham Johnson.
Oh, okay. I had that class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
that
you read the
class was
fairy tales
awesome.
with the
Yeah.
like the I forget
What
there
kind
was
of
there were some weird ones, like was there a Cinderella one in there?
Yeah, there's like Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, Brothers Grimm. Because
Yeah.
I remember the Cinderella one is like like everyone's just like breaking their feet trying to get their foot in the slipper.
They like
it was
cut
really
pieces
gruesome.
of their
Yeah.
well,
'Cause
off
it's
topic, but yeah.
Because it's a glass slipper, and so they're
So,
just breaking their toes.
I
Trying to get it
took
in
that
there.
class, but I don't remember reading Pride and Prejudice, but I started reading it like 2 days ago just because I wanted to, because I'd never read it before. But I took that class, so why didn't I read Pride and Prejudice?
There was a bunch of books that we were going, because we were originally going to be doing The Tempest by Shakespeare as well, but like since this year has been gone so fast and we were going so slow, he's like, I know, he's like, oh yeah, we're not even going to finish Pride and Prejudice.
I think that may have happened with us because I don't remember reading The Tempest either. I read it in high school, but I don't remember reading it in
No.
college.
Yeah, we read all three, but like halfway through the semester is when COVID hit, so we all went online,
Oh,
which was
Yeah.
kind of better because it was really boring. The class wasn't boring; it was really boring sitting there or reading the book. Whereas you could just do it at home.
yeah.
I thought that was okay. Okay, so getting back on topic. So you said sociology and religion. No, it wasn't. Was it those two that you just
Yeah.
didn't really learn anything?
Yeah.
Okay, but you do feel like you learned other stuff in your other two classes.
I mean, I took some things from those classes. I just felt like those are the classes I just took the least for. That I will take the least from.
And this is just a question for both of you. Are you overall satisfied with the classes you've taken? Do you feel like it's been a waste, or do you feel like it's been a decent selection for the semester?
I mean, it's been. I feel like it wasn't a waste. I mean, we come to college to study stuff, so I don't see why it would be a waste of time.
Okay. What about you, Leora?
I feel like overall it hasn't been a waste. Some of my assignments in some classes and some of the classes in general I feel like have been a bit of a waste of time, but overall I would say that it hasn't been. Just depends really.
Okay.
It's a learning experience.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So we've covered our classes, and now we're gonna switch over to essentially campus life. I know, Leora, you live like 10 minutes away from the school,
Yes.
and Louis, you live on campus, right? Okay. So my question is, do you feel like you're a part of the community here at Reinhardt? Do you feel
Yeah.
connected to it, or do you feel kind of disconnected?
I mean, I try to get around sometimes, but I think that's just more the introvert side of me not wanting to get out and around. I walk around a lot because I'm pretty sure one thing, people always see me walking around campus.
Yeah, I
just
see you.
walking. But I mean, I try to get out and around, really.
Okay. Do you feel connected to the people here? Like, do you know
I mean,
a lot
I've
of
met a
people?
couple of friends,
Okay.
including you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. What about you, Leora?
I feel connected to Reinhardt, but not in the traditional sense of like a student. But because I grew up 10 minutes away from here, when I was in elementary school, I took piano lessons here. Both of my dance studios that I dance at have had recitals here, and so like it's been a part of my like childhood growing up. And I also used to come see shows and stuff here. But as far as like being connected to like other students, I don't really know that many people other than in the communications department.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of this wing, I don't really know many people.
Yeah. Is that the same for you, Louis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is like if you're not, it's easier to make friends in classes than it's just
Yeah.
like go out and like,
Right.
I think that's kind of like a given for like
Yeah.
not just college but also high school as well.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like these days it's really hard to just go up to people.
Yeah.
Just be like, hello. I'm
Yeah.
so.
It feels weirder.
It does. 'Cause
It's
everyone's
hard.
like,
It's like it's hard to describe.
yeah, 'cause everyone's already like in their own groups.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Or even like sometimes my mom and I'll come over here and walk because she likes to walk around the campus. And we walked past this guy one day and we just like said hey to him, and he had AirPods in and just totally ignored us, and we're just like,
Okay, well that definitely wasn't me because I feel like I would have noticed you saying hi.
That might have been me.
no, it wasn't you.
Sometimes
Sergio.
people say stuff and I just can't hear them. I'm trying to get better at.
Sometimes it's also just a side of me where like I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's like I can say something. It's just like what do I say?
Yeah, I have a hard time initiating conversations
Oh,
with
yeah.
people,
Mhm.
but once someone starts that conversation and kind of breaks the ice, I'll talk to people.
Yeah.
I just, if it like doesn't, if the conversation doesn't start rolling, then I get awkward. Like if I'm like, "Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good,"
And, you just
and then
stand
like
there.
I just stand there awkwardly,
It's
and then like I just
yeah.
turn and run away sometimes because I literally don't know what to say.
It's like I also don't know what to talk about because I don't know what everyone else wants to talk about. It's like I have topics that I want to talk about, but I feel like it's like I want to be abroad. Like I want to talk to other people, like what they like to talk about.
Right.
Honestly, I just encourage people to do it because like
Yeah.
people are always complaining that there's not like the campus is kind of dead. That's what people say, but like no one puts in the effort to try to like
Yeah.
do stuff. Because I remember
Yeah.
one time, like the whole first part of the semester, I was like, wow, this is dead. And
Yeah.
then one day we were just in the hallway waiting for our class. And I was like, what's the worst that could happen? So I just said something stupid. I was like, do you guys want to cry about it? And that's when we all just started talking.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like there's moments. I feel like there's in terms of campus, like in terms of like people talking. I feel like more stuff happens in smaller groups, like than like in total, really.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we should all three make it like a challenge to try to just like talk to people on campus, or at least, or even just like out in the world, just like say hi to people in the street, or just like give them a smile.
Make it like a bet.
Or-
Whoever doesn't has to do something.
Yeah. or like give them a compliment, or just like say hope you have a nice day today or something like that.
Because what's the alternative? Just like when you walk by someone, just pretend to look at your phone.
I mean, have you
Right.
seen that one
Oh,
video
yeah.
of the kid who's giving out the balloons? He's like, "Have a nice day." And remember the old guy?
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm dead inside. I don't know what he
I have-
said.
I
It
have
was
no
really
soul.
It was really depressing. No, but yeah, because like if you go to like people are like, oh, I want to go to like events and do stuff. Once
Yeah.
you're actually there, everyone's just on their phone.
I think the one event, well, actually, I've been to 2 events that I think were really fun. I think I saw you at one. I don't know, probably not. Well, the one I went to for the first time was the Nerf War.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Nerf War. It was actually kind of fun.
That's cool.
But then I think one time, it was like earlier this year. It was like the plate breaking.
Oh,
You
I
like
heard
write
about
like
that.
things. It
Yeah.
was like the New. I think it was like a New Year's thing.
Oh yeah, I
It's like
saw that. That
write,
sounded fun.
write your bad habits on like a plate, and then you can throw and smash it.
That
Mhm.
sounds
Yeah,
fun.
I did that, and I was like, why have I just earned these urging feeling of just wanting to go back to my house, grab a plate, and just throw it?
Yeah, I have an appetite for destruction, so that
you would
sounds
have
fun.
you would have loved it. I can assure you, you would have loved it.
That
I saw the
sounds
plate
fun.
breaking one. I was gonna go to that, but I was like, I didn't want to go by myself, so I just didn't go.
That's my problem. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I at first I was like, I don't want to go by myself, but I was like, screw it.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
you guys can just do that.
like
but-
I want to go to events, but I'm like, I don't want to go by myself. I don't want to go by myself, and then it's like awkward and
It's like I want to be babysitted.
right.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned events because it actually ties into our next topic. How satisfied have you guys been with the quality of campus events? Because there have been a few.
I think it's. I mean, this is just my opinion. I think it's like there and not there. It's like very hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what it feels like. It's like sometimes there is something, but then the other times it's just nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I went to spring day for the first time this year and I loved it. It was so fun and so enjoyable. But a couple years ago they had like a Bob Ross paint night and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I love to paint, you know. And I had done one at the library before where like we watched Bob Ross and had like canvases and tried to like copy the video, and I thought that's what it was going to be like. But when I actually got to the event, they just kind of like handed out these like paint by number
Mm-hmm.
kits, and they were just playing Bob Ross in the background and no one was talking to each other. I didn't know anybody, and I brought one of my friends from high school with me because I didn't want to go by myself.
Yeah.
And it was during COVID, so like all the desks were like spread out, so he was like 6 feet away from me, and it was like really awkward. And so we just kind of like sat there for like maybe like 20-30 minutes, and then we're like, you ready to go? And he was like, yeah. And so then we just left.
You literally just described my Bob Ross mini master I had in high school. I'm not joking. Literally, all we did was just watch Bob Ross and try to copy the painting.
That sounds fun.
It was. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
I like to paint, so I thought it was going to be a fun event, and I was disappointed because like everybody else kind of knew each other, but no one was really talking to each other either. Like the people that knew each other talked, but then everybody else was like sitting there awkwardly like, yay.
Yeah. If there's one thing I've noticed about Reinhardt campus in terms of the events, like I said, very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It depends, because like the plate breaking, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was. I
But
feel like
then,
that was like a one in a lifetime opportunity.
But then there's other times where they'll do like events that like, why is this for college kids? Like they did a Over the Hedge movie.
Oh yeah,
screening,
I
and
watched the
it's like-
Scooby Doo one last semester. That was
Yeah.
pretty fun, except for the fact that it was super foggy, so you could barely see the screen.
Oh wow, that's funny.
But I appreciate that people are trying to do more stuff.
Yeah,
like
I mean-
even in this department, like the comm department, they had like a cookout, and that was very fun.
That was like the top tier event.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, it's like I
how-
I really don't want to be like come off as like mean
Mhm.
to like the campus. I can understand like it takes a lot of effort and money just to do these kind of events.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that I mean, I don't know what to say, but like
Like if you compare something like watching Over the Hedge to like Spring Day, that's a very big difference.
yeah,
I feel like they should eliminate some of the more minuscule
Yeah.
like
Events.
events that are kind of like lame that no one really shows up to.
oh
And then put more time and effort into like a couple more big events throughout the year instead of all these like little tiny events
Yeah.
that like no one
yeah,
really
because
comes
did you
to.
guys hear about that murder mystery event that was supposed to happen during Halloween?
Did that ever happen?
Nope, looked for it and I even asked around and it just didn't happen.
Oh wow.
That would have sounded fun. But yeah, I feel like at least they're trying.
Yeah.
Events. It
Yeah.
could just be like, no, this is what you get.
Yeah.
But at least they're trying to like do new like Spring
mean,
Day. That was a
yeah.
big success.
At least give them credit for trying.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
trying, which we appreciate. Okay, so campus events are kind of hit or miss at the moment, but at least
Yeah.
they're trying. They're trying to get
Yeah.
better. All right, so now we're gonna move on to mental health. So obviously, you guys, we all have lives. We all struggle with things, classes. Have you guys ever felt overwhelmed at any point throughout the semester, or just like down
No, once or twice.
once or twice?
I mean, but I feel like for me, I think just when it comes to college, I think the struggle for me is balancing the whole work plus life. Like the fact that I have to live on campus.
Yeah.
It's like that's the struggle for me. That's what I'm trying to figure out still. How do I manage that life and work balance?
Okay. Have you been?
Yeah, I mean,
gotten better?
Getting better at it.
Okay, that's good to hear. Do you often feel like it's kind of boring on campus?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you live here.
Sometimes, like when I don't have like anything to do, I just sit in my bed. I'm like, I want to go do something, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah, because when I used to live here, I felt the same way.
Yeah.
And it is kind of depressing. What about you, Leora?
I have definitely felt overwhelmed throughout the semester because, I come to school full time. I work 2 jobs. I dance a lot. And then I have, my family and my boyfriend and my friends and like trying to hang out with people and also spend time doing things that I want to do and spend time like taking care of myself. So it's definitely a balance with things. This semester's been a lot better than last semester. I struggled a lot last semester with like I kept like crying and just like getting really overwhelmed and stressed out. But this semester's been a lot better, though these past like 2 or 3 weeks now that the semester's coming to an end have been like, it's the end.
Yeah.
Panicking.
I can say like what you said about your first semester. I can say almost the exact same thing. Yeah. I think for first semester, I think you're just still dealing with the whole mind shattering thing that like you're on your own kind of in a way. Yeah, but I mean that happens.
Okay, so you said your first semester was kind of hard, and you said last semester was kind of hard.
I can easily say that.
But you said now it's kind of better. What's made it better? Do you know?
Experience, I guess, or I guess time heals a lot of wounds. I guess. I guess I'm more accepted the fact that I'm here and that I will be here.
Right.
What about you, Leo? You said last semester was harder. What's made it easier? I mean, obviously it's not because you're a very busy person. You're always bouncing around. But what's made it a little bit easier?
Well, last semester I was taking my last general ed credit, and that was my religion class, and it was a half semester class. So it was like double the work and half the amount of time. But then once it was over, it kind of chilled out a little bit, and then this semester's been a whole lot easier since all of my classes have been for my major. And so everyone over in this department's really chill and really like cool. So
and that's helped to calm you down as well.
Yes.
Okay, well that's good.
I feel like the professors this semester have made it way easier, or have been because I've been having totally different professors from last semester. So I got to meet a lot other professors, and that was a lot of fun. Like Marsh. Yeah, Marsh is definitely in my top 10 of best professors to ever live.
He's really easy.
Yeah.
I love how he does. I like how almost no one in this department gives out homework.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that the professors care about our education, and they don't just want to like give us busy work and push things on us that aren't necessary. They just want us to learn and give us meaningful assignments to help us learn what they're trying to teach us.
Like even in the Eagle, as much as I don't really complain about it. If I do get annoyed at something, I don't say it out loud. But like I like how they're just not just like lecturing for like an hour and then like then now that I've told you all this stuff, go write the story. They've actually tried. Like they've done like the practice interviews. Those have been fun. Yeah. And then like they do like little activities and like
they've been helpful. Like practicing interviewing people and like even in like our cinematography class, it feels like on the outside looking in, it's like you feel like you're not really doing much, but like we'll spend a whole class just like learning how to set up lights, and you're like, oh, that's all you did, but that's really helpful.
That is helpful.
And I didn't know how to do that before I came here, and now I can set up lights, I can edit stuff, I can use cameras and set up equipment.
And then like our media law class, we had a debate last night. That's like better than just sitting there and she'll just show us like a PowerPoint.
Right.
And then like in organizational communication, he'll often do things like the ugly fruit assignment. That was fun. And then like mock interviews, that was much more fun than we thought it'd be.
Right.
Yeah. I like how it's just not just lecture all the time, because I feel like in my other classes that has been the case.
Yeah, I have had a few classes that have been nothing but lecture. Research methods was kind of that way, and like I said, I didn't really retain any of the information because just sitting there listening to someone talk, even if they have a PowerPoint, it's helpful, but if they don't and don't write anything on the board and I just have to listen to them talk, I just can't follow it. I have to be able to see something to comprehend what they're saying. Like I have to watch movies with subtitles, so I have to see something to comprehend what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, because my English 102 teacher, remember Graham Johnson? He actually like sometimes he'll like he gets like an audio recorder and he'll record the class.
Okay.
So that like if people miss it, they can just go on the campus and then just listen to it. Which I think a lot of professors should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it helps. Because in case people, because I mean, even though students should try to make it to the class, I feel like that teachers shouldn't punish other students for not being there just by not recording anything.
Right.
Like at least to give them like a chance at least to listen to the class.
Right. And some people have like legitimate excuses for having to miss
Yeah.
class, and so they shouldn't be punished for
Because
that.
like some people live like really far away from here.
Yeah, if there's like traffic and they can't make it, or if they have a doctor's appointment, or if
sickness.
there's some family emergency, you shouldn't be punished for not being able to make it to class.
Yeah.
And I feel like all of the professors in this department are pretty lenient when it comes to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They really understand that, and they
Yeah.
and they know that like it's not, it wouldn't be fair.
Right. Or even, if we are counted absent and miss a class, they'll at least try to catch us up and be like, this is what we did, or this is what you need to catch up on.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys appreciate the department here and just in general.
Yeah.
And so I guess we'll wrap it up in a few minutes. But my last question is, is there anything on campus, like in classes or just campus events, anything we've talked about, or maybe something we haven't talked about that you feel can be improved?
Well, kind of like going off what Louis said, I feel like, it would be helpful for professors to like record their classes. I know sometimes there's like legal like requirements with that or something, but I feel like it would be a lot more helpful to record the class and then like upload it to Canvas in case you miss something, or even if you're in class and like you miss a part of like the notes or something, you can go back and catch up on it, or if there's something important someone said that like you didn't write down or weren't paying attention to, that you can have that information.
How about you, Lou? Is there anything you feel the campus can improve on?
I guess maybe just for events, maybe make like a poll of ideas for events, and maybe do it based of which event gets so many votes, like
That's
that,
good.
Yeah.
like something like that.
Because then you
Like,
can
don't
kind
just do random. Like maybe like do it based off of what this. I mean, I'm sure that they have something like this, but yeah, maybe make like a Google poll thing,
Right.
where like you can like vote for like an event that sounds really interesting.
Because how about you can basically guarantee that people will actually
Yeah.
show up
Right.
instead of just throwing an event.
Because if people
and then,
vote for it, that means that they want to see
they
it.
want to be there.
One thing I think they need too, which I know they have one, but they need like a calendar to like send out to students, maybe like
Oh yeah,
monthly, and be like, okay, this is all the events for this month,
yeah.
and like, but not just events, but like all the games, everything. Put everything into one calendar so you can be like, okay, these are all the games and events that are happening on this day, and then this is all the games and events happening on this day.
Have you seen the Reinhardt events app?
I downloaded it, but like,
it basically says the events, but like also games. But I'm like, but why isn't that like a main thing that the campus has?
yeah, I downloaded it, but it like didn't update or something, or like it wasn't showing me anything. But I don't know if it's. But that was a couple years ago. I don't know if it's been like updated since.
All right, let me check. I still have it.
Okay.
Oh,
cool.
this Wednesday, April 26th, there's disc golf weekly rounds, and then Wednesday, May 25th at 11 o'clock in the morning, Atlanta Healthcare Virtual Job Fair. Those are the two only events for this week.
Oh, okay.
Probably because this is the last week.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm very thankful for your insights.
Yay.
And I feel like we've gone on long enough now, so
Yeah.
we'll wrap it up. All right, so I've been Sergio, this has been
Leora.
and
Louis.
we'll see you next time. Bye.